Hello, my fellow Pilgrim Sojourners. Father Kenneth LeBlanc here. We are in our third part on the phrase, "Give us this day our daily bread." What more can we get from this phrase? There's a lot. In fact, it reminds me a lot of the phrase of Saint Benedict. That's the motto of Saint Benedict is pray and work. The Lord wants us to pray for our daily bread in the Our Father. He also wants us to work for our daily bread as part of the law of nature. So pray and work, both things. In fact, also St. Ignatius Loyola said that it's good to live in this way. He said, pray as if everything depended on God, and then work as if everything depended on you. Now imagine, that's the right attitude to have, see? That means I work as if everything depended on me, and that way I'll work hard. I'm not going to be lazy, right? And then, but pray in your heart, hope as if everything depended on God. So because if you do that, then you're not going to get worried. After you've done a full day's work, you're going to go back home and say, okay, Lord, I've put all of mine in it. Now you do yours, right? Because I hope in the Lord, not just in my own efforts. So there's two sides in the medal. God expects me to give my part, but He also expects me to hope in Him, because He is the one that's going to give it to me. Even if I work really, really hard on things, it is still the Lord who gives it to me. And that's why it's important, even if I've done everything, I still have to thank God for all the fruits. I still have to thank God for the things He provides for me. And that's why we give thanks at meals for the meal that we receive, because it comes from His loving hands. I can share with you an incident that really helped me once when I was a seminarian. I was asked to look for vocations to fill the novitiate in Canada. And so I worked hard all year long. I made phone calls. I went to visit young men. I asked everywhere, and I visited them, and I brought them to visit the novitiate. I did everything I could. But then also I would go to the oratory of St. Joseph, and I would pray the Lord, please send workers to the harvest. You are the one who makes the growth. And I can tell you that year, all the people that I went to see, all the people that I invited, no one panned out. No one. But in May, when when the new year was going to start, for the candidacy, all of a sudden we had 6 young men all of a sudden show up out of nowhere. And that really made me think the Lord wanted me to do my part, but He is the one that sent those young men to me. And He sent those young men to the novitiate. It was Him who did the growth. It was Him who sent those young men there. But I needed to do my little part. All aspects in our life is like that. We do our part. We work as if all depended on me. But we pray and hope as if all depended on God. And that way, if we do that, we're always going to do and have the right attitude in our life. We're going to avoid laziness, and we're going to avoid discouragement, or we're going to avoid pride, thinking that all depends, that I'm the one who does everything. So this is the message that we can get from this phrase, give us this day our daily bread. Pray and work. God bless you, and see you next week.